Hey, what's up, guys? Mike Patrick. I want to do a video here talking about the importance of positively affirming your children, okay? Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because I thought about it while I was working with my kids yesterday. And I work with my kids all the time, and frequently I will record it as motivation for other people to, you know, be hands-on and one-on-one with their children and working with their children, spending time, quality time with their children, teaching their children, bonding with their children, and things like that, right? I try to encourage that, and so I put it on video. I also like to videotape my children because I like to be able to refer to it. I like for them to be able to refer to it when they get older. You know what I mean? I like for them to be able to see their progression, things we did, you know what I mean, when they was coming up and things like that. I'm always looking like forward all the way down the line, like, you know what I mean, 10 years from now, like, they'll be able to look at the videos like, look at me when I was 7 doing this, or look at me when I was 10 or 11 or 12, whatever. And then and they can see the progression over the years, over the things that they were doing, you know what I mean. So for those reasons I like to record them and things like that. Now most people would probably say I'm not nearly as hard on my kids as a lot of people are, but I still try to be a little tough on them, especially when I'm working with them, like when it's something that has to do with activity like sports and things like that, because I know if they decide to play sports when they get a little older, even when if they get a job and things like that when they get older, you know, people are not going to always be kind and soft-spoken to you and things like that. So I refer back to when I was playing sports, and you know what I mean, and how coaches are tough on athletes and things like that. Like I said, I'm not nearly as tough as like some of my coaches, or how coaches are and things like that. But I try to you know, push them a little bit, you know what I mean, and be kind of tough on them, and not always coddle them and baby them, you know, while I'm trying to teach them something, or while we're working out or working through whatever we're working on. With that said, you know, you can't tear kids down without building them up, okay? So when you are working with children, if you're a coach and things like that, or if you just a parent, or anybody that's dealing with children, if you're going to tear them down, you got to build them up too. Like, so when I'm working with my children, yeah, I'll be kind of tough on them in spurts and in moments, and you know what I mean, I'll be very firm, you know what I mean, but at the same time, I'm always affirming them with a good job, or, you know, that's better, or way to go, not bad, things like that. You always got to positively affirm your children or whatever kids that you're working with, because they need that confidence to keep going. You can't just tear them down because they're not going to want to do it. You'll kill their confidence like that. But if you're a little tough on them, to let them know that you are going to push them, and you are going to challenge them, you know, to try to get the best out of them and to get them to make progress. And in order for them to, and for you and for anybody else to be able to see progression. But you also have to be mindful that you have to give them positive affirmations also, in order for them to feel motivated to keep going. All right, guys. So I don't think there's anything else to be said. You know what I mean? That's just a little quick message, something that I thought about. You know, always get that positivity in there, but you got to be hard on them a little bit too. You can't coddle them. You can't, you know, baby them all the time. You gotta be realistic in the world that we, you know, as far as the world that we live in, and how when they go out and deal with other people might not have patience, you know what I mean, with them all the time, especially as they get older and things like that. When you go working on jobs and things like that, you know, they have to learn how to follow directions, right? They have to learn how to perform, whatever it is. It could just be a job, whatever. You have to learn how to perform, and you have to learn how to meet expectations and things like that. So you have to push children a little bit, but you gotta affirm. All right. Hopefully this was a good video. Peace.